Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, I'm Szara,
And I'm Helen, and together we're Committed Parenting.
and we have a question for you. Helen, take it away.
So, do you sometimes find that your experience of parenting is hard work, that it seems like parenting is hard work,
Yeah, and that's a really great question.
isn't it?
And I have to say, there are times when parenting really seems like it is hard work. And even the
Yeah.
thought of it, like even if I look or I think ahead, actually, I can really see if I even if I'm ever thinking ahead about like planning or organizing or having a night or figuring something out with the family, right there is like there's work, there's stuff to manage, there's a
Yeah.
lot to manage
Yeah.
is actually how it
Very
occurs.
good.
There's a lot to manage, and I'm kind of tired,
Mm,
or it occurs like it's going to take something to like amplify myself past my tiredness and past the thought of it's going to be hard work.
yeah. Oh, that's
How's it
really
for you?
good. Yeah, like I was just like, I know sometimes there are things I just don't want to do. Right? Like honestly, I don't know. There's a project that one of my kids is working on, and I don't want to be the one pushing that. And then it really does seem like hard work right in that moment. Like even thinking about it, it's the same space. Thinking about it, I'm like, it's gonna take something, you know?
Yeah, and it's interesting because like I can hear a couple of things in that, and one of the things I hear, it's like whoever says anything has to be hard or we even have to do the things we don't want to do inside of parenting, like like how it almost takes taking looping me back to that expectation conversation we had
Mm,
last week. It's
mm,
like, what is it about it that makes the parenting seem like it's hard work? Because I'm really noticing, like, if I'm actually in the moment of parenting, like if I'm actually like there with my kids and we're in, the evening, um, when I'm actually right there with them, if there is presence there, like if presence is actually there, there's no hard work. Like I'm like
mm,
it's like I'm with my
mm.
kids, we're moment to moment, we're interacting with whatever's kind of right in front of
Yeah,
us, we're in conversation, we're in communication, where you can be playing, something can come up that's crazy and it could be like interacted or managed at the time.
yeah,
But it's really the like looking and dreading something.
yes, yeah. And for me, it's like it's yeah, exactly. It's actually hard work when I'm thinking about it and I'm thinking
Yeah.
about like the experience of it and I'm like really engaged with all those thoughts about how it's going to be, like
Or how
that's the
I'd like
hard
it to
work.
be. That's what I hear
Ah,
too. It's like all these thoughts of how I'd like it to be.
mm,
Like, if my child is working on a project or doing something, well, I'd like to, help them out, or I'd like to, have that time with them, or I'd like to, have that connected moment with this one,
mm.
or I'd like to X, Y, and Z. And it's all these like tos. And yeah, is it realistic to have all of those like tos happen in a 24-hour period?
No, and I just am really noticing for myself. You have it like twos, and I have it like if I have a thought about it, then somehow I have to do something with that thought,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, because if you thought it and then you didn't do it, well, then that would make you like bad or not responsible or something. Yeah.
Bad mom. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
funny, hey?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it is so interesting because it's like, I can look back actually like the other night being with the boys, and it's like there was a moment I was with them and I just didn't even want to deal with it. Like I just, it all occurred like a lot of hard work. I was like
Mm,
just dreading it. It seemed like, fighting was going to be inevitable. It seemed like frustration was going to be inevitable. Like it just kept seeming like this was going to be all these things to manage or hurdles to jump through and things I didn't want to deal with. And I am just like tired and I don't want to be here.
mm-hmm.
And then what showed up around me was that kind of is like what I even hear, like how I even was with them. It was like, I'm just tired. Just
Mm,
stop, go away. Like that's what the kind of the experience that they were left with. And then they're not settled, and then they
mm,
have more questions, or then
mm,
they're not powerfully set up on
mm,
anything, and then
mm.
I am actually getting the experience of exactly what I didn't want.
Uh-huh.
And I remember that like that night, it was almost like I had like a mini temper tantrum to myself in my room to like stomp my feet a little bit. This is not what I want. And then it's like, can I just go be with them? Can I
Mm,
just go be with them?
mm.
And then I just like open back up my door and like, hi, hi, let me meet you again for the evening. So what's
Oh,
going on? I don't think I heard a single thing that you were saying earlier.
oh, amazing.
And like it really made a difference because then I was just with them. It wasn't anything I had to do or to manage. I was just like partners with them.
Yeah,
Like I was just there with them, and it's like, how can I facilitate? How can I support? Can I even? Maybe I can't. Maybe I'm not the
yeah,
right person. Maybe somebody
yeah.
else is the right person to go ask. But
But that,
like
yeah,
before that, I didn't have access to that.
exactly right. It's literally like you cut off any avenues for seeing anything different, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm so with you. And I notice, I notice even in our house, like Adrian will say, well, it doesn't actually have to go like that. It could actually be like this, or what if we did this, you know? But it's when I'm so stuck in how, like, I think it's a should, like how it should go, or that I should be responsible for this, or it should, you know, I thought this, therefore it should happen. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting because
fascinating.
it's like those expectations, it's those thoughts, it's those
Mm-hmm,
opinions, it's that like a fixedness or
mm-hmm.
like something that can really, I can see for myself, it's like it can, yeah, make it all seem really heavy, occur like a lot to manage, and how, and also too, I actually can see like, because then I'm not actually about going and being with my kids. I'm actually there to fulfill an agenda,
Mm,
like either to get myself out of work because this is hard work and I don't want to be here, or to like get this done quickly, fastly, efficiently, so I can feel
could get
accomplished,
onto, yeah,
get on to
and
it.
get on to the next thing though, right?
Yeah, or an agenda so that they can all be managed.
Mm,
It's like, how much do I operate with an agenda? A lot.
yeah, but I think, like, yeah, I think we do. We operate with an agenda, you know, and it's again, it points to that same thing. Our attention is there on that, whatever that thing is, versus actually being present, right? Like,
Yeah, actually just going and being with
actually,
our kids.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And so,
still not to say there aren't things that need to get accomplished, right? Like, there are still things that we want to
yeah.
have
And there
done,
are
get
things that, you know
accomplished.
what, you could say is hard work, right? Like
Yeah.
there are things, and I don't like to make it like it doesn't have to be hard work.
Mm-hmm.
And there could be a reality around like, sometimes I don't know what needs to be done, but there could be something at a time where like it does, like there's some
Mm-hmm.
work required.
Mm-hmm. Like laundry sometimes, you know, like
Yeah.
there comes a point where, you know, maybe you want clean clothes.
Yeah. And even in that, like I really hear actually just even as I don't know if it's the same conversation, but I'm really connected to it right now and I hear it. It's that conversation too of like the martyr.
Mm. Oh my
It's like,
gosh.
and that's where it can really occur like hard work. Like, look at all the work I'm
I'm
doing. Look
doing.
how hard this is. Like,
And look at what a
I'm doing
hero I
this
am.
for you. I'm doing
Mm.
this for the family. I'm doing this for whatever. And it's like, it's something I really don't want to have around in my family or with my kids because I really see kind of the cost, like the consequences of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'm like, because in the past, like when the boys were in the younger years, it was really like it was my job. No,
Mm.
this was my job to buck up. It wasn't about my fulfillment, satisfaction. It wasn't about my happiness. This is the role of a mom. These are the things I need to do, the things I should do. And I really took on kind of that martyr like thing. And then all it did though was like left me resentful,
Mm.
upset,
Mm-hmm.
like not appreciated, and then
Wow.
snappy and short with my kids.
Yeah.
And they hadn't done anything. They were just being themselves and doing life and
Yeah.
everything else. And like it just always set them up as this no-win place. Our family
Mm.
would not be able to have the connection or love present. I would be spent
Yes.
and they wouldn't actually get their mom.
No,
And
exactly.
so that is a conversation I always look to, be responsible for myself and our family. But I can even see like how subtly
Yeah.
that can creep in. And it's
Yeah.
like, I think that's even why sometimes I keep the story that it's hard work, this parenting thing. It's hard work. Like it's hard work and I'm doing it. Come on, I'm
Mm.
doing this hard work. And what am I actually leaving my kids with in that? Like, does it actually forward what I'm committed to? And it doesn't. Like, I don't want them left with thinking that like certain things in life are hard work or like tough or
Well, I actually
heavy.
think we leave them with that they are hard work.
Mm, yeah, like there's something to manage,
Mm-hmm.
and they like are actually in the way of our satisfaction and fulfillment is actually what I just heard, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not.
But really, the truth of the matter is they are like the core and epicenter of my satisfaction and fulfillment.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Anytime hard work is there, then they don't get to ever really honestly have that there for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I really hear.
Yeah. Cool. So what are you hearing like that you're going to take on out of this?
Well, I hear like I just like looking at it the other night what worked. It's like, this is going to come up. Like it's going to come up that things are
Yeah.
going to seem like hard work, and I don't need to go lash myself and beat myself up for it, because that would just be
Oh,
like totally counterproductive.
well,
It's not what
it
I'm
would just
committed to.
add to the hard work, actually.
It would.
Yeah.
But like I love like even just giving myself permission, like when I just kind of went in the room and had that little temper tantrum,
Yeah.
like just, privately, not so I'm hurting anybody or anything else, but like just to go and like stomp my feet a bit, like it's not working out the way I want to, like
Yeah.
an acknowledgement of that, like just
Yeah.
the act of acknowledging I wanted to go this way and it's not happening.
Yeah.
And then I could hear it. It's like, how about just be with my kids? How about that?
Yeah.
And it gave me just a different space to come from, where then all this parenting stuff and the family stuff wasn't hard work. It was just going out and being with my kids and being a partner with them. So like I really hear for myself, giving myself permission to be frustrated with the hard work, but like not that it's true. Like permission to like have a reaction to hard work, and it's so not freaking true. Kind of like that.
Yeah, I hear it. Like, oh, here's like I don't know, like I hear it, like, oh, look at me making the work here.
Yeah. Yeah, look at all this frustration I have. Oh my gosh, look at how it's not going in my direction. Okay.
I'm with you.
And now what?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now what? What am I committed to?
Yeah, really, what am I committed to? It's There's a reason we keep coming back to this thing about being committed parenting. It's really, guidepost.
In the end, it's like it's a moment to moment opportunity to create your commitment. This parenting thing. And it's I'm not always going to be coming from it.
No.
Nope. What do you see available here in this hard work conversation?
I'm still with that part of like really noticing. Oh, look at all this thing that I have going on here, that's making it hard work. Because like it's such a default where I am to work hard. It's like it's what I do in life is I work hard.
Yeah.
So I'm actually making parenting hard work versus, oh, that's just my default, right?
Yeah. And I'm hearing so much for myself is like really relating like when I'm saying things are hard work, really relating that to my kids are then left with their hard work.
Yeah.
Like there's something in like just relating to that has me then again my commitment become clearer.
When you said that again now, I know it's sometimes like I haven't noticed it so much in the last while, but with like a little while ago for sure, like the kids would say, I'm sorry this is so much, like literally, I'm sorry this is work, I'm sorry this is hard work, they would say that, and that's what I've left them with.
Yeah.
And I can hear it like in my insides are going like,
Yeah, because we don't want to leave them with that. And at the same time, like, instilling work ethic and things like that it's not the same kind of conversation, right? Like it's a very distinct and different conversation. Just if anybody listening is thinking it's the same, like it's really a different and distinct conversation. And kids having appreciation for the work as, parents or the family or other people do is really important, and it's a great expression. And though sometimes they can feel like, I can see even some of my younger guys, or when one of my older guys were younger, like they did almost feel like apologetic for putting people out. And it's like, that was really actually not, that was really an unfortunate outcome
Mm,
that I wasn't committed for them having,
mm,
and, and since there's been lots of conversations with them, but I can see that anytime it is parenting's hard work or that frustration is there, I'm going to leave that frustration over the kids.
mm, mm.
I'm going to leave them with something. And so what I just hear, it's like, what if I got responsible for that frustration? I guess that's what I'm really even noticing
Yeah.
that. Like, what if I got, in the sense, like, not like, again, it's going to be there. Oh my gosh, in parenting, I do not think you could live a parenting life without having some frustration or feeling like things are hard work. Like, I think that could be par for the course.
Mm-hmm.
And giving myself the permission to be frustrated or to be with its hard work and have my little whatever I need to deal with that for myself, whether it be like a little
But
temper
that's
tantrum,
it.
whether it be a moment to myself, whether it be what
Yeah.
does Szara need right now, whatever that is. And so that, like, I can then go be with my kids, and they're not left with my frustration inside of it. They're left with my commitment.
I think what you're pointing to so beautifully is I remember always reading these parenting books that said, like, don't have whatever's going on with you be on your kids, like it always used to say, like, you be calm when they're upset, and I was always like, it's great, I can manage it, and I don't really know like how to sustain it. And this is part of it, right? It's like actually just, hey, what do I need so that I can actually be present, right?
And like sometimes you can't always be calm, right? Like it's great to have that commitment, in front of your kids to be calm. And can I, with a snap of my fingers, be like, I'm going to be calm now? I wish I could. I would love to be trained and developed to that level for sure. I'm not there.
Oh.
I am not. And then giving myself permission to be where I'm at and be responsible for it is what I hear. It's like, if I can be responsible for it, I don't need to have an outburst in front of the kids or be like, oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated at you or blah, blah, blah. I can actually go over to my space, be like, yeah, like, I am frustrated right now. This is occurring like hard work. I don't want to do it. Kind of goes to our conversation the other day. I don't wanna. And then, like, what does Szara need? Okay, do whatever that is, ask whatever that is, create whatever that is, and go be with my kids. Yeah.
I don't think I ever gave myself permission as like a parent, like with smalls, like really smalls, and like being really, like, for me it occurred as really intense. There was always a next immediate need. I don't think I gave myself the breathing room to actually just like, okay, what does it look like? What does it look like? What do I need right now? It was really
there is a range
down.
like, we are really human, right? Like, we are human too inside of that family. Like, we're going to be frustrated, we're going to be angry, we're going to be sad, we're going to be tired, we're going to have all of these things. And of course, and we don't need to, like, what I hear too is like, I don't need to like push it under the carpet or not be that, like, cut that part of myself off to be some better version of something.
Well, I maintain it still comes out. If we don't actually deal with it, it still comes out. It just doesn't come out in the way we intended, right?
Yeah, and then it actually leaves results we're not wanting. Like, that's when you actually leave kids with stuff, and you leave, and then I'm left with something too. I'm left not complete at the end of the night and regretting certain things.
Dissatisfied, right? And resent and like regretful. Yeah,
absolutely. So what I hear, it's like, you know what, parenting can occur like hard work. It can sometimes feel like hard freaking work sometimes. And I even hear that, like, the opportunity of that being a little alert. If it's feeling like a lot of hard work or frustrated, there might be something you're stepping over where you are, like, for yourself. Like, what does Szara need? What does Helen need? What does this mama need, or this dad need, or whoever you are need? And what do they need to say? Like, what do you need to say right now? This sucks. This is hard work. This is frustrating. What do you need to say? And say it.
I really think that giving voice to it, right?
Give
and
voice.
Not like have it all hide out under some dark, dirty cover.
Call a friend, call that accountability partner, call that buddy, that teammate that hopefully maybe you made the other day, or talk to your partner, or write it in a journal, even if you don't have somebody to talk to, or say it to yourself in a mirror. But say it, give voice to it. What's right there. And then feel it, be with it. And then there's the opportunity of, in that is after that, to then be really, what am I committed to right now?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. That's what we invite you into. Go be human.
Yeah,
Go be human
that
with
thing.
yourself. That would
Yeah,
be lovely.
yeah. Okay, great.
Awesome.
Thank you. So we'll be back Monday, 12:30 Pacific Standard Time.
See you next week.
Ready to take on the next conversation.
Woo. Bye.
Bye. Bye.